Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Kerr, and this is the Hot Action Podcast. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, we're back. The 2024 NFL season is upon us, and I feel that I am obliged to preview it a bit. Today, we are going to go over some futures bets. We did a way too early over-unders podcast a couple months ago. And I plan on reviewing the over-under bets, making new ones, now that the season is so close. But that's not going to happen today. What we are going to do is we're going to bet on every team in the league, whether or not they will make the playoffs. We will be betting on the regular season awards. We will be betting on the MVP. And we will be betting on who wins all the divisions. And that is everything that we will be doing in today's video. All right. So to start off, we need to find the make the playoffs. To make NFL playoffs. All right. And as is tradition established last year, we will be making our bet in the unit size of how many subscribers are currently subscribed to the channel. 1 cent per subscriber. In this case, we currently have 31, so appreciate all you guys. And, all right, here we go. We are going to go through this whole list, and we are going to bet on whether or not they make the playoffs. So these are to win only. I suppose you cannot bet on whether they are going to miss the playoffs, unfortunately. We'll see if you can. After we bet on the teams that we think are going to make it. Okay, so the Chiefs, I have them making the playoffs. That's going to be a yes. For me, Chiefs. All right. That one returns 5 cents if we make it, so thank goodness. All right, 49ers, I have them returning as well. Shocking stuff so far. I keep hoping and praying for the downfall of these teams, but until I see it, I am not going to bet against it. These teams are juggernauts. We will expect to see them in the playoffs this year. Oh, a whole 6 cents this time. Great. Let's just make sure this is all lined up so we can see it. All right, Baltimore. We are going to be betting on them to make the playoffs as well. Baltimore is making it. And again, just going to make sure this is... Yeah, it's all visible. Perfect. I wish I had 2 monitors, but I have to do this all on 1 monitor, so a lot of this, the streaming software is all stacked up with the Internet Explorer, or Google Chrome, I should say. So I have to go back and forth. It's not the best setup. Okay, the Eagles. I know a lot of people are interested in whether I'll be selecting the Eagles to make the playoffs. Of course I am. They're making it for sure. The Eagles are making it. Well, it's very chalky so far. We've got the Eagles. They're making it. Detroit Lions. I've got them in. The Bengals, I also have making the playoffs. I have them coming second in their division, behind the Ravens, but ultimately, making it to the show. That might be a bit of a little spoiler for later in the video here. We got the Atlanta Falcons. I believe they will be winning their division. I think they are going to smoke Foos a bit this year. I believe in Kirko Chains, and even if I don't, I also believe in Michael Penix. I think that's all you're going to need with all that talent on that roster from last year. Here we go. Taking them. Another team that tends to get a lot of interest amongst my audience. Sadly, I will also be sending the Cowboys to the playoffs. I think that they will very likely, retain CeeDee Lamb and, pull together another season of competence. They do tend to win a lot in the regular season. Whether they will do anything in the postseason is another question. We will be taking them in the affirmative to make the postseason. All right. So far, so good. Just taking the whole top of the list. I wish we could bet against teams to make the playoffs. I need to check if we can do that, actually. Once we've got our picks in for making it, we will do the opposite. Houston Texans, we like to make the playoffs. Boom. Take it. Buffalo Bills, I think they're winning their division. Green Bay Packers. All correct. Jets. I do not have making the playoffs. The Miami Dolphins. I have making the playoffs. Gotta love Tua. He's my guy. Rams, I do not have making it. Bears, I do not have making it. The Chargers, I have. Oh wait, no I do not. Well, we'll leave it in there. Why not? I have the Colts making it. Yeah, and I think with our last pick here, we have the Seahawks making it. I think I made one extra pick here. I threw in a bet on the Chargers to make it, but I did not have them in. But we're going to leave the bet up anyway because I clicked it. No need to remove it. Seahawks are making the playoffs, y'all. The vibes have been immaculate in this preseason. I'm really loving this new coach, Mike McDonald. I think, anything is possible. Now we are going to go make sure there is no miss the NFL playoffs. There does not appear to be. So now we are going to go on to regular season awards. We are very excited about the regular season awards. First of all, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I feel like this is the most nailed on one I've ever seen. We're taking Caleb Williams. This is one that we might be adding to our position as the year goes on. But for now, we're just taking Caleb Williams. The man looks like the real deal. He's got all the skills you want. Plus, he's really safe with the ball. Plus, he's landing in, the best ever, first overall pick situation I've ever seen. So, we like it. We are taking Caleb Williams. Seems very simple and easy. Done deal. Other people you might like to bet on, I think. You probably don't want to go outside of the top 3 with this one. We like Jaden Daniels. We like Marvin Harrison. But that's probably where the list ends for me. Bo Nix, like, maybe that could happen in Denver. I don't know. The rest seem pretty crazy to me. But yeah, I'll just be going with my guy Caleb. Painted nails and all. Here we go. Let's close this one. Bang. Now we got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Going with the homer pick. Byron Murphy. He's the second guy in the league named Byron Murphy. The first one's a junior. This Byron Murphy is the second. We're taking him. The big lad in the middle. Defensive tackles don't usually win this award, but I feel like, again, the vibes are immaculate with the Seahawks. A lot of good things are going to happen. And one of them is that Byron Murphy II is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. If you're not a homer like me, I think, again, we're going to be looking at the top 3 picks here. Latu looks money. I think probably the Colts are going to be more competitive than the Vikings. Hard to say. Dallas Turner's, generally speaking, this award goes to players that were drafted in the first round with high draft picks. There weren't really any of those this year, for the most part. The only guys that really fit that description are Dallas Turner, Latu, and Byron Murphy. So yeah, generally speaking, there's a bit of high first round pick favoritism. So I think the safest money is to go with these guys. There happens to be a Seahawk in the list, so shocker, I'm taking him. But yeah, I also quite like Latu. Dallas Turner being the favorite seems a bit weird to me, so I'd take Latu or Byron Murphy. I've taken Byron Murphy. And, okay, let's minimize that one. Defensive Rookie. That's bet on. All right, and here we go. Offensive Play of the Year. I'm going to take 2 here. Just the 2 top guys. Chalky picks. We love Tyreek Hill. He's so fast. Oh, I'm being asked to verify that I'm still here. Love that. High entertainment value stuff. All right, verification success. Thank you. Love that my computer nannies me and make sure I'm allowed to gamble where I am. Did that go through? I think it did. Okay, so Christian McCaffrey, he's the second choice, and this one is a bit of an emotional hedge. He's been absolutely on fire the last couple of years. Why wouldn't that continue? Why wouldn't he continue to terrorize me? Why not? So we're going to bet on that too. The emotional hedge is the right thing to do in many cases. All right, we're going to leave these other guys off. They're all very likely. They know what they're doing here with the odds making. No problem with that. Oh. NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Would you look at that? I think we're gonna scroll down a little bit. We're gonna scroll down a little bit till we find this gentleman. Devin Witherspoon. A plus 8,000. That just seems odd, especially when it's gonna happen. This is a 31 cent to return $25. I think we're gonna have to bet on that. I will not be entertaining other answers in this particular bet, in this particular future. It will be Devin Witherspoon. The vibes are immaculate. The Seahawks are doing incredible things this year. Comeback Player of the Year. I have a couple that I really like here. And they are not the favorites. maybe I don't think Joe Burrow's injury is significant enough that I would really consider him for comeback player of the year because it's a narrative award. Aaron Rodgers would be pretty funny, but like also possible. But the two guys I really like here are Anthony Richardson and Nick Chubb. I'll be betting on both of them. Let's see how that goes. Anthony Richardson, Nick Chubb. I saw that man squatting like 700 pounds after his knee went like backwards. So yeah, that seems like a crazy comeback to me. If Nick Chubb can be like 80% of what we've seen of him in the past, I think this is a lock. And they are giving a 10 to 1 odds, so I'll be taking that right now. That seems like easy money to me. And like with all of these season-long futures, I reserve the right to add to different positions as the year goes on. And Coach of the Year. I don't have as good a feeling about this one as I do about some of the other ones. So I'm going to sprinkle a little money all over the place. A lot of these are, the favorite is a plus 800. So the odds of any given selection being correct are pretty low. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking Jim Harbaugh. He seems like a pretty, as likely as anyone to win this, as he's the favorite. We like Jim Harbaugh here. This is a Jim Harbaugh liking household. He's been competitive everywhere. And now, he's been put in charge of the Chargers. He's got Herbo. I think things are going to go well. I really like the way they are managing their rebuild. I think Jim Harbaugh just gets it. Guy knows how to play football or coach football. We're betting on Harbaugh. Now we got Matt LaFleur. He's finds himself in a great situation. He's just can't stop winning. The Packers, they just keep being competent and good. We're going to be taking Matt LaFleur. I do like Matt Eberflus, but I have trouble thinking that he outdoes expectations. DeMeco Ryans is kind of already in that high expectations zone as well. I think they would have to basically the Texans would have to be leading the AFC from the beginning to the end of the season for him to win Coach of the Year, I think. It's possible, but I'm not as super Texans pilled as a lot of people seem to be. I think that there's a chance they could be worse than they were last year. But I think that they will be, respectable team. I think they'll be similar to last year. But yeah, for me, where my third bet is going to end up is on, the team with incredible vibes, the Seahawks, Mike McDonald. Why would I change my name? He's the one who sucks. Huh? The Office? Office Space? Not The Office. God. Well, this is what happens when you don't edit your videos, y'all. When you don't edit your videos, this is the type of thing that happens. All right. Those are all the future awards. The regular season awards. Now we are going to go... Where is my... Here we go. Futures list. To win MVP. Now, there's a lot of good options here. I think, all the favorites are great. The one I really like the odds on is Jared Goff. I feel like they are a little bit more... I feel like this one's mispriced. So we're going to be putting our money here. Let's see how this goes. I'm really, really about these Lions this year. Let's see how that goes. That's our MVP selection. We don't need to talk about anyone else. They're all good. Any one of these guys could win it. I feel like these, it tends to only go to quarterbacks. Don't bet on someone that isn't a quarterback. That's the only thing I'm going to say about MVP. People keep getting suckered in by these like incredible offensive players or defensive player. They get their awards elsewhere. MVP is a quarterback award. I know other people have won it. In terms of gambling, just don't do that. All right. Moving on to division winners. Simple stuff here. I think for the most part, I'm just only taking favorites. Maybe I've just consumed too much media. But yeah, this one is one that's like, feels like a toss-up. We got the Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots, AFC East. I like the Bills. I feel like I'm lower on the Jets than the public seems to be. I don't know that Aaron Rodgers being healthy is as big a positive as a lot of people seem to think it might be. I've yet to see him play good football in like 3 years, or at least 2. It's tough. It's tough. I'll be putting my money on the Bills. Placing the bet. Bang. There we go. We're taking the Bills to win the AFC East, AFC North. We like the Ravens. Simple. AFC South. We are taking Houston. Like I said, I'm not as high as some on Houston, but I think they will manage to beat out the rest of the competition. I could imagine the Jaguars or the Colts doing it, but I wouldn't put money on it. This one's the lock of all locks. I don't think the Chargers are ready to challenge the Chiefs for the division title. The Chiefs are going to probably walk to this. Like, I don't know what would have to happen for them to screw this up. We are taking the Chiefs to win the AFC West. And the NFC East. Eagles gang is going to be happy to know that we don't need to talk about this much. We're placing the bet on the Eagles. Go Eagles. Detroit Lions will be taking down the NFC North. Yes. I'm just so boring, just chalk machine. I like the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to walk this division. It's a bunch of bums, and the Falcons are the least bummish of the bums. Kirk O'Chains is going to make things happen. He's going to set the floor, and, everyone else is going to be living in the basement. Here we go. Bet placed. It makes me sad to do this, but I'm taking the Niners. They're going to continue to terrorize me. Brock Purdy's actually pretty good. Makes me so sad. And then what we're going to do, that's the last bet that we have mentioned that we're going to preview. But what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these and parlay them together. This is not what I consider smart gambling, but this is fun. We are going to put them together as 8-leg parlay, all the favorites. Now we've got 181 to 1. And yeah, 31 cents returns $56. We are going to do that. Boom. All right, so that's a bunch of new bets in the books for your boy. And yeah, that's it for this week's preview podcast. We're back. If y'all have any suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments or get at me on Twitter. We are at Hot Action Pod on Twitter. And yeah, get ready for more full-length videos. I'm going to try to, make shorts about whatever I'm betting on, give in a given moment in time. And yeah, I appreciate that y'all are still here after I had my terrible leg extension surgery mishap. I don't think I will be standing in my videos very much this year, sadly. But, hopefully I can make some money because I will be needing it for all my rehab. Talk to you guys later. Peace.